Have you ever been invited for a video interview by an international organization? When you receive an invitation, you are ecstatic that finally, an IO have reached out to you. And after the initial excitement passes, you realize that you have absolutely no idea what is being assessed, how does it differ from panel interviews, what kind of questions can be asked, how to prepare, or even what really is being assessed during video interviews. Having gone through many video interviews in the past 4 years, mainly at the OECD and the World Bank, I successfully passed through 90% of them to get to the next step of the recruitment process. And through IO Ready, International Organizations Ready, I've started teaching others how they can do it too. I have been recently invited for a NATO Young Professionals Programme video and game-based interview. And in this video, I'm sharing with you how I have prepared for it so that if you're going through a video interview too, you can have some insights into the process and, well, some company, since recruitment processes are ultimately very lonely experiences. Let me know in the comments down below which video interview you have been invited to. I would really love to know. Here is my step-by-step strategy on how I prepare for a video interview. Hello guys, today is an important day when I'm going to be sitting the video interview and games for the NATO YPP program, and I wanted to share with you how I prepare for such a day because it is stressful. How it usually works is that the international organization reaches out to you to say that you have passed through the next stage, and in this case it has been a video interview and game-based exams, and they give you the time to, in your own time, record the answers and do the exercises with a specific deadline in mind. So I have received an email around a week and a half ago, so you basically have around 10 days to finish this whole process. I always start by going through the invitation email that I have received and reading in detail how the process is going to look like. Every interview that I took looked different, and understanding what's the exact process is important for how you are going to prepare. Let me explain very briefly how the exam works and what are the information that I have received. There is a video interview part with one question related to your motivation. So that's something that I can very easily prepare for. And then there is the game-based examination. You can take these two exams separately. So I'm going to start with the video interview, which you need to start with. You cannot choose to start with the games. You need to start with the video interview. Today it's Sunday, which is the deadline for doing the video interview. And I have left it to the last minute this week. Not necessarily because I planned for it. I really wanted to sit it on Friday. But honestly, this week has been really tough from so many different angles. I'm sharing this with you just to show that even though I have had a really tough week, today I'm going to do my best to perform as well as I possibly can for this video interview, and you can come with me and see how I overcome some of these challenges, like having a really tiring and tough week and still coming here to think of my future and perform as best as I can. It's not easy for any of us. Most of the time, you really need to manage your own emotions and manage your life in a way that pushes you forward, even if it's not comfortable, even if it's not something that you want to do. Listen, today it's Sunday. I swear to you that I do not want to be doing this exam on a Sunday when I'm supposed to have a day off, but I am. That's one of these weeks. I also have a conference presentation of 45 minutes after the exam. So I have another work-related thing that I need to think of. But as of right now, let's focus on this NATO YPP preparation. I'm going to spend 30 minutes to prepare my answer about my motivation for joining NATO YPP. And then I'm going to spend half an hour practicing the script as if I was recording myself. Then I'm going to do another practice run with the actual platform on which I'm going to be doing my final exam. I'm going to practice it 2 or 3 times, and then I'm going to record the final video interview. And then we're going to move to the game-based exercises, but we'll move to that after that. Let's start with the preparation of my answer about my motivation. Okay, it's half an hour later and I have my answer related to my motivation ready. And now what I'm going to do is that I'm going to practice speaking it a couple of times. Strategizing on how I need to answer will help me be as prepared as possible when the moment comes. So I'm going to be practicing right now with a timer that I have in front of me. I would usually use my phone, but I'm recording this on my phone, so I'm using a different one. And I'm just going to set up the usual framework that these softwares come with. So I'm going to do the exact same thing. Something that I like using is to have a piece of paper so that I can scribble my answers, the keywords that I want to remember, because sometimes you get stressed and you completely forget what you were supposed to say. And I like having a piece of paper to which I can come back and look at in order to make sure that my answers are correct, as good as possible. This is a stressful process. It's not stressful, even for me, and I have done it many times. So I'm just trying to prepare myself as much as possible so that when the moment comes, I don't panic, or I panic as little as possible. So all these tools are there to prepare me for success. Let's do it. So I'm going to be doing it as if you weren't here. So yeah, you will just see me blabbing right now. I'm not going to actually share my answers with you, but you can see the preparation part of it. All right. Okay, I just did my first round and it was tragic. Honestly, it was really bad. So we've got to practice a couple of more times. Why is this dead? Why is it not working? Should I charge this? What happened? My laptop is literally not working. This is not funny. Oh my god, what do I do? I'm glad it happened now, not during the actual exam. Imagine that. Restore pages, thank you very much. Okay, let's practice. So what I'm going to do, since my first trial was pretty tragic, is that I'm going to go through my motivation again. I'm going to read it 3 times out loud as if I was speaking with a timer, and then I'm going to try to use it without the actual text. And that's just so, again, when I'm blanking on what I'm supposed to say, there is something that I have just been practicing to come back to my mind. Okay. I have put on a blazer so that I'm as professional as I can be for this interview. And while I'm going to start using this software, still practicing, but already using this software. So now we're going to go to the email that I have received from NATO with the link to the HireVue invitation. And I'm going to start practicing for the real deal. I am probably going to practice 3 times before I actually send my application. So it probably should take me around half an hour to actually finish. It's now 1:40, so I assume that around 2:15 to 20 I should be done. Let's see how that goes. I'll keep you informed. I'm doing a trial on the website now. Now it's going to be the real deal. I'm getting ready for it. Deep breaths. Okay, so I have done the video interview. I think it went okay. It's certainly helpful to practice before because you know exactly what you're going to say when you see the question pop up. In this situation, it was actually quite easy because the time given was quite generous because there were 2 minutes to prepare and then 3 minutes to do the actual response. There was no repetitions, no repeating of the given answers. So that's the tricky part. You just need to get it right the first time, which is why practicing it before is very important. I think it went all right. So now there is the second part of this interview, which consists of the games. There is 5 different games that I need to complete. And from what I have gathered, there are a lot of different skills that they are verifying, including some of the abstract reasoning, counting, personality test. What I think I'm going to do is that I'm going to take a break now and then I'm going to practice the different kinds of games on non-NATO platforms, but those that are going to stimulate my brain before I actually do these games, and then complete that within the next, let's say, hour and a half. It's now 2:10, so actually I managed to finish the video interview earlier than I originally thought I will, which is great. So I have it out of the way now, but it's not the end of this examination process. So let's take a break and come back to it with full strength. Let's do it. Hi, I've just finished the games through the HireVue platform. That was tough. It was not easy, and it's difficult because we don't really get to practice it. You just do it when you do it, and that's it. And I was doing everything by trying to remember all of the numbers and so on and doing the calculations in my head. So yeah, it was not the best, but I did my best. So I'm glad that it's over. I didn't record myself doing it because I was using my phone, but I did record the actual games that I'm going to include in my video interview workshop. So I just wanted to let you know that I am done. I have finalized my NATO YPP video interview process and I'm tired. But I also have a conference presentation of 45 minutes today. So I will take a break. I'm going to eat my lunch, even though it's already, 5:30 p.m. I'm going to go for a walk to freshen my head, and I'm going to come back for the conference with my presentation. I hope this video was helpful for you if you are preparing for a video interview. I hope that you got some tips or ideas on how you can prepare based on how I was preparing for mine. If you are, good luck. I hope it's going to go well, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.